Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. I've got an awesome video for you because this video is about scaling and everybody wants to know how to scale. No one scales better than me when it comes to Shopify and Facebook ads. And I'm going to share a tip with you today that's going to allow you to get some massive results, immediately scale. It doesn't matter what product you have, what niche you have, what type of store you have. You're going to be able to immediately implement this idea and really run with it and scale to the moon. This is a great idea. And really the idea here is that, you could scale all different ways. Of course, you could spend more money on ads. You could launch more ads. You could try email marketing. You can send more emails. You could post more on social media. You can run ads on different channels. All these different ideas where you spend more money, spend more attention, spend more resources. And there are other ways to kind of scale as well that people don't really realize. And this is one of the most profitable ways to scale. Because when you think about customer acquisition cost, right? Customer acquisition cost, how much does it cost to acquire a customer? How much does it cost for you to make a sale, right? Well, if you look at the costs per user, when you compare a new user or a new customer and an existing customer, right? The cost to acquire a new customer is so much more than an existing customer. So what does that tell you? If you want to spend your money and spend your assets, spend your energy and your resources, right? You want to spend things, you want to get the biggest return. That's obvious, right? How are you going to get the biggest ROI? And of course, I'm not saying never acquire new customers. You'd never be able to implement this strategy. So you always need to be acquiring new customers. You're typically going to be doing that through Facebook ads or Instagram ads or however you're doing your traditional marketing. But we need to remember, right? We need to remember about our existing customers. Our existing customers can give us more than 60, 70, 80% of our revenue when they start coming back. Why is that? Because it's going to cost us a lot less to reactivate these people, right? These people have already taken their credit card out. They've purchased something with our site. They've opted into our email list. They've obviously received the product in the mail. They've received their order confirmation emails. They've probably opened them, the tracking emails, right? They've interacted with us before. They know us. And obviously, our job as a store is to give them a good experience, so hopefully they like us, right? So we have these people in our database, in our Facebook pixels, in our custom audiences, in our email list, in our ecosystem, where we're able to reactivate them. And what does that do? It increases our customer lifetime value, otherwise known as CLTV or LTV, lifetime value, right? It's a stat that you must understand when it comes to scaling, right? You can either get new customers or you can make more money from your existing customers by increasing customer lifetime value. And here are a couple of examples to do that, right? You do an email to your VIP customers or just basically to your past customers. Say, hey, thanks so much for purchasing before. Here's some new products to take a look at. You could run retargeting ads to your purchase list, right? You have the Facebook pixel that tracks all purchases. You could build a custom audience of all the people that have fired that purchase event, basically all the people who have been customers. And you could run basically retargeting or reactivation ads to those customers. Now I'm going to share a really, really interesting way, in my opinion, the most unique way and really the highest ROI in terms of return to do customer reactivation. And I promise you, it's something that you have not tried yet with your Shopify store. So how about this for customer reactivation? Postcard retargeting, literally through the mail, right? Quote unquote handwritten postcards sent to your, in this case, existing customers, right? And that's what thanks.io does. And I highly recommend thanks.io. I'm going to show you them in this video. But basically what's going to happen is you could automatically trigger handwritten postcards to get sent from thanks.io to your Shopify customers. And I'm going to show you a couple different examples and kind of describe how they make sense for your e-commerce store. And you see the, of course, the ubiquitous Shopify logo right here, top of the list here, because obviously most people are using Shopify. And this is incredibly valuable for you, right? So literally showing exactly what it's going to do. Shopify into thanks.io, add new paid Shopify orders as thanks.io recipients. So that's the first thing you're going to do. What does this basically mean? Whenever someone or existing people who have already become customers or new people who become new customers on your store, their information will get sent over to your thanks.io account automatically. What does that mean? Well, their address, their name, their contact information, all that great stuff, what they ordered is now going to be in the thanks.io database. Remember, thanks.io is going to allow you to do this postcard retargeting. Right? So you could imagine that you now have a database of all your customers on Shopify and on thanks.io. Okay, and then obviously the money-making step right here, send thanks.io postcards to your, to your Shopify customers. Okay, so a couple different implementations of this. You send a thank you for their order, right? Let's say you trigger it, let's say a week after they receive it, you just send a general thank you with a coupon code, right? Thanks so much for being a customer. Here's a coupon code for 20% off. And this isn't just an email, right? Now, obviously, people prefer email over snail mail, right? But the difference is when it comes to snail mail, you're differentiating yourself, right? This isn't just a retargeting ad. There's millions of those, right? How many e-commerce stores are sending postcards through the mail? And if you take a look at these over here, now these are not actually handwritten. This is just a font that gets printed, but it appears to be a handwritten note, right? So it really gives that kind of feeling of personalization of, to the customer. It says, hey, wow, this brand, this store thinks I'm important enough to literally handwrite a thank you note to me. Okay, and of course, some will understand that it's a font. Some will think it's handwritten. Either way, it's going to be very effective. It's going to differentiate you from the typical retargeting ads that are out there. I'm not saying don't run retargeting ads. Of course you should. Retargeting ads are great. You're going to add this on top of your customer reactivation methods, because remember, we're going to make more money from our existing customers, and it's going to be cheaper to reactivate them than it would be to find new customers. You're always going to be doing both, but we're going to want to reactivate them. And this is, like I said, you've definitely not tried this. I guarantee you have not used this. You probably haven't even heard of this or even thought of this idea or seen it in action. And you see over here, they're browsing through different types of postcards that they've sent. And really, it's super easy. All we need to do is just make the integration with Shopify, and it's going to send the information back and forth. And really what it's going to allow you to do is get all of the information needed to send out postcards. And we don't need to guess about this information. We don't need to ask for this information. We already have it, right? Why do we have it? Because we're an e-commerce store and we have to send out product to addresses. So it works perfectly. We literally already have it. And you can have a free plan or a $49 a month plan. It's really just going to depend on how many postcards you plan on sending per month. But the idea is very, very simple. Right, and we see all these different integrations. You could even do it with Facebook leads. You could do it if you're using Stripe. Let's say you have one-click upsell. You could also grab the information through Stripe. All these different integrations, which are going to all basically do the same thing. Take customer information, place it into your thanks.io account, and then based on your action or your requirements, send out literally real postcards in the mail to your customers with whatever content you want on there. So let me give you a couple examples. I'll give you the first one where you just send a thank you email to, I'm sorry, not an email. See, I'm so used to saying email. A thank you mailer, a postcard in the mail thanking them for being a customer. And you can give them a call to action to come back and use let's say a 10% off coupon or a free shipping coupon. Okay, you literally print that right on the coupon. And you could set all this up inside your thanks.io account. You set up what you wanted to say. Obviously, it grabs the address information automatically, but you have full control over the content. Okay, how about this for another example? Let's say it's getting near the holiday season, right? Let's say it's like Black Friday. Okay, and you want to do something to differentiate yourself. You know that people are going to be spending money. You need to do something to get out in front of these people, right? And you know that reactivating your customers is going to be the direct route to making a lot more money than generating new customers because of that customer acquisition cost. So how about this idea? You send out a pre-Black Friday postcard. And on the postcard, you preview the deals that are going to be available, and you have maybe a private link that's only been posted on the postcard, and you say, hey, guess what? These Black Friday deals are available right now for you because you're one of our VIP customers. We're letting you know through the mail personally with this handwritten note that our deals are ready for you specifically because we value you so much, right? This is all about customer reactivation, right? Reactivating them not only to come back to the site, but to reactivate that connection that they already made with your brand, right? Again, these are customers. These people have paid. They've paid you already, right? They've paid you already, right? And, a lot of people are doing leads or real estate that use this as well. So a lot of times you'll need to build or buy lists. For us e-commerce marketers, we don't need to do that. We have the information already. We have the exact address already. So make sure you go through this site. You see thanks.io, the link right up here. It's also below this video. I couldn't recommend it any higher. This is such a unique service. I mean, it's priced unbelievably fairly for the the actual postage that is required and the printing. These are not emails. This is through the mail. So again, this is all about activating your customers, reactivating them, getting them to come back, getting them to spend more, and having a very low customer acquisition cost because these people have already been acquired. So here's your call to action right now. Make sure you check this out. Thanks.io. A lot of different ways that you could use this. So a lot of different ways to get creative and really make your brand stand out. So call to action, come over here, thanks.io. Sign up over here. You get 10 postcards sent for free. So all you need to do, just sign up, see how it works for you. Thanks.io. I know you're going to love it. Probably the most unique customer remarketing or reactivation technique that's out there right now. So definitely implement this in your brand, make some money with it, and I really hope this video helps you make a ton of cash.